I know he was planning on reading. You were planning on chanting Torah, weren't you?
Of course.
Of course. Okay. At this time, I would like to invite up Henrietta. Please come and join me. Center stage. Sit on this chair here.
Over here?
No, this one.
Over here.
Mhm.
Over here.
Yeah, the other right. Is that good for you?
Yes. Yes.
Sound guy? Jack, can you make sure that you're good? Okay. I feel like Phil Donahue.
He's gonna go away.
I'm not gonna really. Hi! Happy birthday. Today is the actual birthday. Is that right? No, not yet.
With December 30.
30. So we're just a little bit shy. We're gonna give it to you. You are turning 102 years old. Now, I told you that I'm not gonna ask the question, how did you get to 102?
She
Right?
exercised.
Henrietta gets that question all the time. What I really wanted to know is about your yoga practice.
I've been taking yoga with Gudrun Danberg at the Jewish Community Center for as long as she's been teaching, which is over 20 years.
So you started at 82. 80-ish. Okay.
When my daughter Evelyn was alive, she went with me to the classes. And though I don't get down on the floor because it's too hard to get up off the floor, I do join the class in a chair, standing up, and I love it. And it's good for your mind and your body.
What do you love about it? And why do you, because you go every day?
I could.
Okay. So could I.
I wouldn't do other exercises if I did.
So what is it, what do you love about it? When you're in the midst of the yoga, why do you feel, what do you love about it?
It's revitalizing. It's uplifting because you're working on your body as well as your mental health. And the camaraderie in the class is wonderful.
Henrietta, will you tell us a little bit about your daughter?
My daughters. My Marion is my sergeant domo. She makes sure that I am on the right track, no matter what I'm doing. She's concerned about my health, my mental well-being, and to be sure that I stay active. And we are entirely different personalities and have been from the very beginning. This is a girl from the very beginning who knew what she wanted to do and tried to do it all her life. I'm a passive person. I get along with people, I think. But I love living with her and I love her taking care of me. What did you talk about? Evelyn was born at the beginning of a knowledge of children with learning disabilities. And so we grew in this vein. And she was a woman, and we miss her. I had her for 63 years. I'm so lucky. And I'm lucky to be sitting here with all of you and with Rabbi Scott.
So we feel very lucky too. One thing about Evelyn, Marion told me that when she turned 18, you realized that there weren't a lot of social opportunities for someone like her.
Correct. When you go into your teens, as you well know, there's a difference in your relationship. When Evelyn reached her teens, I realized that things would not be the same for her. So we started a group called the Hikers at the Jewish Community Center on Herman Drive, if you're old enough to remember that. And people would call and want to join the hikers because they thought they were going hiking. As they grew a little older, some of the members began to have other activities. They worked, they joined clubs, they did things, and we decided that they needed to meet at night. So the group got together and they named themselves the Night Owls. And the Night Owls have continued at the Jewish Community Center to this day, along with the Jewish Family Service. They are now called what, Marion?
Celebration
Company.
Merged with the Night Owls.
Yes, they merged with the Night Owls, and they're still ongoing today. And I'm so proud of them.
I want to ask you about your affinity for Yiddish.
I was raised in a family of arbitering, the worker circle. Yiddish was the language. Language is Yiddish, the spoken language of Jews, along with modern Hebrew. So I was raised in a household in which I heard Yiddish. The arbitering is not a religious organization. They honor all our holidays. They read from writers who have written through the centuries. And this is the household I was raised in. And Yiddish is very dear to me. We have a Yiddish Finkel here in Houston that meets every Tuesday morning from 10:30 to noon. We read, we discuss, we take apart, we put together Yiddish songs, Yiddish literature, and it's spoken in English and in Yiddish. And it's very dear to my heart.
And there's a Sholem Aleichem storytelling
We
celebration
celebrate
event?
Sholem Aleichem's birthday every year in the spring with reading from one of his writings. And we used to present it at the Jewish Community Center, but of course COVID changed all that. So we're now Zooming because on Zoom you get listeners from all over the world. In our Yiddish class, we have a lot of Canadians who have come from South Africa, from South America, from Europe, and so we're pretty well known. And there's an international Yiddish group also who meets, and we're affiliated with them.
What's your favorite Yiddish phrase?
Sei gesund,
Which means,
be healthy.
what's your second favorite Yiddish phrase?
That is me.
Thank you. That works. Marion told me that you've made a living with a particular product that most everybody's certainly heard of.
I'm an Avon representative. Avon Products has been here since 1873. It's not the same company that I started with, but it's still here. It's called Avon USA. Originally, it was Avon Worldwide, but you know worldwide has changed in today's life. So I've been an Avon representative for well over 60 years. Before that, I was a secretary when I was very young. And I took shorthand, although I couldn't tell you when it's so.
Well, Henrietta, it's a real honor, it's a real privilege to have you here celebrating your 102nd birthday.
Unbelievable.
It is, you know what, I actually am not gonna say it's unbelievable, because I know Marion. And if Marion decided you're gonna live as long as absolutely possible, she's gonna make sure that. So I don't think it's unbelievable, but it is worthy of awe. It is
May I
really,
add something about Henrietta?
yes, you may.
Right before the pandemic, that was 2019, I think, I found Henrietta as a volunteer usher in the downtown theaters, running up and down the stairs with a platform, showing people to their seats.
That was just like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
That was my hobby.
Right.
Ushering was my hobby. I ushered in all the theaters because I love theater. But now they won't take me because I'm a walker.
So Marion, I was thinking about a special blessing for 102nd birthday. And I looked through my books, and I looked, there's no 102nd birthday blessing official. So then I was reading something and it struck me and I thought, oh, what if I chose some words from the 102nd Psalm? It might be special, right? Well, it was a bad idea because that one begins with all sorts of calling out in distress.
Oh,
But the 100th, which I think is pretty good, we say these words. We say, Ivdu et Hashem v'simcha. Serve Adonai with joy. Serve our Maker, our Creator, our world with joy. Bo'u lefanav birnama. And come into our world with song. And it struck me that those words definitely, I mean, Marion dancing in the back all the time. So Kelly and I have prepared this song. Some of you probably know it. It follows the words on the back. Words on the back of the supplement. And the words are, repeat after me. Eve do. Et. Idu et Hashem b'simcha bo'u lefanav birnana. And so Kelly's going to start slow, and then we're going to sing it together. And if the Spirit moves you, feel free to get up a little bit, Mary, and dance. Goes like this. Ivdu et Hashem b'simcha, Ivdu et Hashem b'simcha, Lefanav birnana, Lefanav birnana. Let's try that. Ivdu et Hashem b'simcha, Ivdu et Hashem b'simcha, Lefanav birnana, Lefanav birnana. And then a lilac. Let's hear it for Henry. Please rise. Please rise. For